Hey guys, David at Diecast Media Network, and today I thank you for coming by and checking out another episode of Diecast Reviews here on Diecast Media Network. If you don't know, we look at three cars on this series, usually one from North America, one from Asia, and one from Europe. So today we're going to start out, we're going to look at this really cool J car collection from Felix and the gang over at Tarmac. This is going to be a little Datsun Bluebird, and these are some older castings that Felix is going to revive with a little bit of Tarmac love for them. Moving across to Europe, today we'll look at this really cool Bentley Mulliner, however you say it, Bacalar from MiniGT, awesome casting. And then we'll end with our North American one. We've got this really cool new Chevy Wagon from the gang over at AutoWorld. Chad, Reed, and his team knocked this one out of the park. So stick around, we'll get these open and we'll take a look at them. I have been super pumped about this new line since hearing about it several months ago. J Collection is supposedly older castings that Tarmac Works has gotten the rights to, or I don't know how all that works, but they're going to put out a whole new line, and several are out now, where they've redone these castings that were done originally by another company. So we will take a look at it. I have had some mixed reviews so far on J Collection, and that kind of surprised me. We all know and love Tarmac and the quality that they put out almost every time. So we'll see if there was any merit to some of the critical stuff I've heard on the J Collection. So here we have a Datsun Bluebird. This is going to be true 1/64 scale. Right away, I do see a little bit of smudging on the paint. I don't know if that's just maybe packaging or what, but this is supposed to be a brand new vehicle. You guys saw me take it out of the plastic. Just a little bit of film on the paint. I can probably wipe that off. We will give it a shot here before I stick it on the turntable, but let's look at the car. Casting is not going to be brand new from Tarmac, I don't believe. I don't see any dates on the base here. J Collection stamped on there. Reminds me of the legendary Japanese cars series. I happen to have one right here. I just did a review on it. And take a look at this guy right here, D'Agostini on the base. But look how similar the details and the fender mirrors, trim around the window, wheels, white walls. Interesting. I'll have to see if the Bluebird is one that is done on the legendary car series. Okay, we've got a nice steering wheel. We've got some chrome on the spokes of the steering wheel. We've got the little fender back here on the sailplane, white wall tires, chrome bumpers. Do get lensed tail lamps on this one, even though they are super tiny. Love the Japanese license plate and the detail work on the deck lid. You can even see a little lock mechanism, drop of paint for that on the deck lid, or trunk if you will. A lot of detail on this back vent on the sailplane. Love the trim around the windows, mentioned that earlier. We'll watch it go around, but before we do, let's take a look. If you buy this car and you're interested in these older Japanese cars like I am, I'll see if I can polish that a little bit better. Still a little smudgy, I'll keep working on it. Let's watch it go around. Here's your Datsun Bluebird, part of the J Collection by Tarmac. Really excited about this guy right here. MiniGT always does these Bentleys really well. Lot of Continental Super Sports and other versions of Bentleys. So we're going to take a look at this one. Had to do a little research. I didn't know anything about Mulliner, what that meant. Mulliner, that name is a company in England that it's actually got its roots back to the mid 18th century. 1760, a group started building coaches. Somehow or another, ended up doing automobiles in the late 19th century under the Mulliner moniker. And for a while now, Bentley has owned that name. This is their first, I think, entry back into modern automobiles, as he said. And bacalar is a term that I think refers to, it's like an Italian term. These used to be called barchettas, or little boats, and that's a throwback or a nod to that. But this is a Bentley, and it is in yellow flame. This is going to be true 1/64 scale. Beautiful car. Extremely low production numbers on this vehicle for the real vehicle. Kind of low on the production numbers for the diecast. Look at the interior you get on that, guys. Look at all the dials and gauges. On the instrument panel, you get a really cool steering wheel. Really enjoying this one. Love the matte black around the windscreen. It looks like a different color black than anywhere else on the car, and that's great because it's a different material. Rims, always going to be spot on with MiniGT. Always going to roll really well. Never have to worry about that with MiniGT. Lens tail lamps, one of the best brands for your money in diecast in this scale. Look at that Bentley badge catch the light. That is impressive. Bacalar is the name. We'll watch this one go around. This will be a treat. Let's see, any other details I'm missing? Don't see any brake calipers back behind these wheels. High profile tires on them. Lens tail lamps and headlamps. What a winner. Nailed it, guys. Glenn and the gang over at MiniGT have plenty to be proud of for this one. We'll turn back the clock for the American entry. In this week's episode of Diecast Reviews, we have got a 1970 Chevy Kingswood Estate from AutoWorld. Another one in true 1/64 scale. That's what we try and show on this show, guys. Everything should be pretty much all accurate 1/64 scale. This one has an opening feature, and I love it on AutoWorlds because they shut nice and flush, and look at that. Love the engine block in red, air filter box on top, a little bit of silver, and then we've got some other silver here. Really well done. Even the trim on the outside of the hood, and look at this thing. It should be nice and flush when you put the hood down. White walls on this one as well. Love the wood trim on the side of the vehicle. What a nostalgic car for Americans that have a little age on us, like myself. License plate on this. Really nice little extra you get on this AutoWorld. Chevrolet here on the back rear body panel. Plenty of detail on the tail lamps. Don't even need lensed tail lamps on this one. They're so small, and all of the other detail on this car is so good that I'll give it a pass on the lens headlamps and tail lamps, which I always would love to see on AutoWorld, but is what it is for the price. A fantastic value in diecast, especially from an American diecast maker. Metal base, in case you don't have them in your country. This is what you get. AutoWorld on the base, a little bit of information on the vehicle up here this time. And yeah, beauty of a car. We'll watch it spin around. This has been David at Diecast Media Network, and I hope you've enjoyed these 3 cars on Diecast Reviews.